Breaking news, the Chicago Bears have signed running back Demetric Felton. They also worked out former Auburn running back Spencer Brown today. What's up, guys? Swift here, and I wanted to break down everything you needed to know about the former wide receiver converted to running back, the newest Bear, Demetric Felton. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Ryan Poles has added to an already overcrowded running back room, signing Demetric Felton. Felton is 5'9", 185 pounds, and he ran a 4.59 40-yard dash. He spent 4 years at UCLA, his first 3 as a wide receiver, and then he was converted to a running back for his senior season before being drafted as a wide receiver by the Browns in 2021. Cleveland would use him at wide receiver for 2 seasons before converting him to a running back in 2023. Felton is undersized, but he has a ton of explosiveness and agility. He has some nice highlight jump cuts. He's patient with good vision, and he has great hands out of the backfield and even has a ton of experience lining up in the slot. He brings a lot of versatility to our running back room. He can line up at wide receiver, running back, or return kicks. During his 3 years at UCLA, he had over 3,600 total yards, over 1,000 yards rushing with 7 touchdowns, and then he had over 2,000 yards receiving with 15 touchdowns, and added 600 plus yards and a touchdown as a kick returner. So 3,600 yards with 23 touchdowns. In the NFL, he's done most of his work out of the slot with the Browns. He had 20 catches for 189 yards and 2 TDs. But last year is when they moved him to running back. And even though he hasn't gotten his chance to run in the NFL, he was able to showcase his talent last year in the preseason. I even remember watching him in last year's Hall of Fame game. He had 7 carries for 46 yards and a nice touchdown. He had a cutback run to the outside, and he led the Browns in rushing last year during the preseason. But he ended up being part of the final roster cuts and did not make the team. Now Felton has a chance to come into camp and provide more competition for this loaded room of running backs. This isn't a huge needle mover, but I do like Felton's skill set. Although I think his chances of making this roster are stacked against him, maybe the Bears view him as an option in the return game, or maybe, just maybe, there is something brewing when it comes to a Khalil Herbert trade. If that's the case, Ryan Poles could be bringing in more running backs to prepare for that. But if not, Felton is going to be competing with Travis Homer and Ian Wheeler for that running back 4 spot and a chance at making this roster. I did have one quick note that I wanted to make about this move. The Bears did not have to cut anybody from the roster to make this. Our punter, Torrey Taylor, got an international exemption and does not count against the 90-man roster. That does not mean he's hurt or anything is wrong with him. It's because he's from Australia. This is something I didn't expect to happen because he was a 4th-round pick. But hey, it's an extra roster spot, and Ryan Poles decided to use that on a running back. So take that for what it is. His chances of making the roster are slim, but I wouldn't completely rule him out. Speaking of that, I have finished up my 53-man roster projection. I still have some editing to do on it. I wanted to finish it tonight, but Poles decided to sign someone. I should have that out early tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think of Demetric Felton. Stay tuned for that. Remember to hit the like button for me. And until next time, bear down.